Hi class, today I am going to teach a wonderful lesson Ekalavya from 7th standard English textbook. The lesson Ekalavya is taken from Mahabharata, the great epic of India. This is the story of Ekalavya and his devotion to his guru in sacrificing his thumb. Let's read the lesson Ekalavya. Scene 1, Dronacharya's ashram. Drona is standing under a tree surrounded by the Pandava and the Kaurava princes. Drona: I am very glad, my dear boys. You have learned all the tricks of archery that I have taught. Practice them well. Arjuna: But we know only to aim at an object seen at a distance. You have not yet taught us the art of shooting at an unseen object. Drona: Yes, Sabdavedi is the most skillful tricks in archery, aiming at an object merely by the sound. You shall learn it by and by. But who comes here? One day, Dronacharya, the royal teacher of Pandavas and Kauravas, taught archery to his disciples in his ashram. He said that he was very happy Pandava and Kaurava princes had learned all the tricks of archery, and Arjuna asked Drona, they did not learn to shoot an unseen object. He answered that was Sabdavedi, aiming at an object merely by hearing the sound. Next, a boy enters a bows to Drona. The boy: Great Acharya Ekalavya, the son of Hiranyadhanus, prostrates before you. Drona: Long live. Boy: Hiranyadhanus? Is he not the hunter-chief of the southern forest? Ekalavya: Yes, Acharya, but he is no more. Drona: Oh, what a pity. He was bold hunter. Indeed, you look equally bold. What brings you here, my boy? Prostrate means lie flat on the ground before a person to show respect. A boy enters and bows his head. He was Ekalavya, the son of Hiranyadhanus. Drona blessed him and asked about his father Hiranyadhanus. He said his father was no more. Drona exclaimed that it was a pity. He was a bold hunter. Drona asked him that what brought him there. Ekalavya: Wolves have increased in my forest, in the fawns have no safety. And the fawns have no safety. I cannot bear to see poor animals troubled by the greedy wolves. I must learn archery in order to protect the fawns in the surroundings. So I have come to you, great Acharya. Please take me as one of your pupils. Drona: Your thought is indeed noble. Arjuna: Noble indeed? But Acharya is not a prince. How can you have him as your pupil? Drona: That's true. But I am sure he will prove a worthy pupil. Ekalavya: Acharya, teach me archery, just enough to save my dear fawns. Take pity on the poor animals. Drona: My vow binds me, my boy. I cannot take as my pupil anyone other than a Kshatriya or Brahmin, but my blessings go with you. May you prosper. Ekalavya: Great Acharya, keep your vow. Your blessing shall be my guide and shall help me to teach my goal. You are my guru. Though I may be far away from you, I will learn archery with your blessings. Ekalavya prostrates and goes out. Vow means promise. Ekalavya said, wolves had increased in his forest, and the fawns had no safety. He could not bear to see the poor animals troubled by the greedy wolves. He must learn archery in order to protect the fawns in the surroundings. So he requested great Acharya to take him as one of his pupils. Drona said his thought was indeed noble, but Arjuna objected that Drona should not accept Eklavya as a disciple because Eklavya was not a prince. He was a low caste boy. Eklavya requested again to teach him archery to save his fawns, but Drona was binded by his vow. So Drona blessed him, and Eklavya made up his mind to learn archery by his blessing only. Check your understanding. Who was Ekalavya? Ekalavya was the son of Hiranyadhanus, the hunter chief of the southern forest. Where did he go to learn archery? He went to Dronacharya, the great Acharya of Pandavas and Kauravas, to learn archery. Where did he go to learn archery? He went to Dronacharya, the great Acharya of Pandavas and Kauravas, to learn archery. Why did he want to learn archery? He wanted to learn archery because wolves have increased in his forest and the fawns are unsafe, in order to protect the fawns in the surroundings. Next, scene 2, forest scene. 2 years later, Drona's idol, decorated with flowers, on a platform under a tree. Ekalavya bowing before the idol, and some deer grazing peacefully at a distance. Ekalavya, addressing the idol, Great Acharya, how kind you are! You have taught me archery well within these 2 years. What good luck is mine to have you as my guru. I have achieved my goal. My dear fawns are now free from trouble. Looking at the deer in the distance, how peacefully they are grazing. Ekalavya built an idol of Guru Dronacharya with mud, decorated with flower, on platform under a tree. Ekalavya believed that if he practiced faithfully in front of his Guru, he would be able to master the art of archery. So, every morning he would pray to the idol and practice throughout the day. After years of practicing, he became a skilled archer. He said he had good luck to have him as his guru. His dear fawns were free from trouble. He exclaimed how peacefully they were grazing. Next, Ekalavya hears the barking sound of dogs at a distance. Oh, this is not the howl of wolves. The sound is coming nearer. The deer lift up their heads in fear and run to him. Have no fear, my dear animals. No dog or wolf shall disturb your peace as long as I live. He shoots arrow in the direction of the barking. The sound stops. Oh, quite a big party of hunters. How wicked they are to set their dogs against the innocent animals of the forest. Oh, what do I see? My guru with his pupils. Enter the Drona with Arjuna and other princes and a dog with arrows in its mouth. The poor dog whines helplessly. Eklavya prostrates before Drona. One day, while practicing, Eklavya heard the barking sound of dog at a distance. He listened very carefully and decided that was not a howl of wolves. It is constant barking irritated Eklavya. The deer lift up their heads in fear and run to him. He comforted poor animals and said, no dog or wolf should disturb their peace as long as he lives. Suddenly he shot arrows in the direction of the barking. The sound stops. He said how wicked they were to set their dogs against the innocent animals of the forest. Thus roaming, the dog reached the Pandavas, who were practicing in the forest along with Guru Dronacharya. Drona was amazed to see such a feat of archery. He realized that only an extremely skilled archer could have done this. He, along with the Pandavas, set out to look for the archer. Next, Ekalavya. Acharya Ekalavya, the son of Renadhanus, pays his respects to you. Drona. Arise, my boy. God bless you. What skill you have gained in archery in this short period. Your teacher must indeed be a great one. Arjuna. Really, the boy has mastered the art of shooting arrows by detecting the source of sound. When Ekalavya saw his guru, he paid his respect to him. Drona blessed and praised what a skill he had gained in archery in those short period. His teacher indeed be a great one, Drona said. Arjuna was surprised that boy had mastered the art of shooting arrows by detecting the source of sound. Next, Ekalavya. It is all the result of your blessings, great Acharya. I learnt all the tricks of archery under your kind guidance. How kind of you to visit this poor abode of your humble. Arjuna. Acharya, you promised to make me the greatest archer in the world. But here is a boy who excels me and he says you are his guru. Drona. Arjuna, you know, I have been with you always. It is the devotion of this boy that has made him a good bowman. Ekalavya replied humbly, his guru's blessing make him great archery. Learnt all the tricks of archery under his kind guidance. Hearing this, Arjuna became angry and he asked, but you promised me that you would make me the best archer in the world. He accused Drona. Drona was unable to answer Arjuna's question. He said, Arjuna, you know I have been with you always. It is the devotion of this boy that has made him a good bowman. Devotion means deep love and respect. Next, Arjuna. Whatever it may be, Acharya, you have not kept your word. Drona. Ekalavya, if you claim that I am your teacher, you will have to give me a Guru Dakshina. Arjuna. Acharya, so was it really you? You have not kept your promise. Drona. Dear Ekalavya, if you say that I am your teacher, I deserve Guru Dakshina. Can you give your right thumb as Guru Dakshina? Arjuna accused Acharya that he had not kept his word. So he devised a way out. Drona said, Dear Ekalavya, if you say that I am your teacher, I deserve Guru Dakshina. Can you give your right thumb as Guru Dakshina? Next, Ekalavya. Do not accuse the great Acharya, O Prince. I cannot bear it. His promise to you shall be kept. Goes to the idol, bows before it, takes his knife from his belt, cuts off his right thumb, puts it at the feet of the idol, takes it again and comes back to Dronacharya. My noble master, here is my Guru Dakshina. I request you to accept it and bless me. This forest is now free from wolves and other cruel beasts, and my dear fawns are safe. I have no more need of my bow. Turning to the Arjuna, Prince, you are now the greatest archer as you will not have a competitor in me. The Acharya's promise to you is fulfilled. Drona, what a noble soul. God bless you, my dear boy. Eklavya was overjoyed. A Gurudakshina was the voluntary fee or gift offered by a disciple to his guru at the end of his training. Eklavya said, "Do not accuse the great Acharya, O prince. I cannot bear it. His promise to you shall be kept. Without his thumb, you could never shoot arrows again. But the teacher must be satisfied." Then, without the slightest hesitation, he took his knife from his belt and cut his thumb, and he requested to accept that as his Gurudakshina. Dronacharya blessed him that he would be remembered forever for his loyalty to his Guru. That forest was then free from wolves and other cruel beasts, and his dear fawns were safe. He had no more need of his bow. He sacrificed his skillful archery to his Guru. Eklavya said to Arjuna, "Prince, you are now greatest archer, as you will not have competitor in me. The Acharya's promise to you is fulfilled." Drona said, "What a noble soul! God bless you, my dear boy." Check your understanding. What made Drona appreciate Eklavya's skill? By seeing Eklavya's skillful trick of Sabdavedi, Drona appreciated him. How, according to Drona, did Eklavya become a great archer? According to Drona, Eklavya became a good archer by his devotion. His devotion only made him a good archer. From this lesson, we have learned that we should respect teachers, and most of the learning comes from our own hard work and dedication and through regular and continuous practice. Thank you.